What's up, guys? Today I plan to talk about Star Wars because I can't lie to you. I feel like I'm slightly going off Star Wars. Not completely, but just slightly. I haven't been watching, the latest animated shows. I mean, at this point, there's like 4 shows I haven't seen. Technically 5. I haven't seen all of the Clone Wars. I've seen like the majority of it, but I haven't seen all of it. So technically 5, but mainly 4, So I've seen 3 episodes of Tales Untold. I've seen 2 episodes of Shadow Lord, Maul Shadow Lord. I've seen I haven't seen Visions at all. Like, there are 3 seasons. I haven't seen any of Visions. I don't know if I will. I might do. What else? I've seen the first Rebuild the Galaxy, but they've done a new one, and I haven't seen it. There's there's a few things, and the Clone Wars as well. The majority, I haven't seen. To me, this is a big deal because I haven't missed any Star Wars shows apart from the shorts, really, and the cartoon series they do that nobody watch, and Resistance as well. Fuck that show, man. It's the most boring show they've ever done. Boring. Alright, so what does this mean? Obviously, I'm still gonna be making Star Wars content, but like, I don't know, like, I don't know. I'm not feeling Star Wars like I used to. I guess I'm not. It's like the Mandalorian Grogu. What the fuck is that, bro? Like, I remember when Mandalorian Grogu were like, you know what I mean? It was amazing. I remember like when when it first came out, and I got the action figure, and I was so excited, like, and now it's just rubbish. Holy crap! Look this! Look at that! Decided to surprise me. Oh man, I love it. That it's a Baby Yoda. Has to be Mandalorian. Look at that! Like, you can see my excitement on video, bro, and the excitement's gone. It's just gone. Like, oh man, it's just like, it's just not what it used to be. And I actually could care less if the Mandalorian Grogu, gets renewed for season 4. I could genuinely, I couldn't care less, is what I meant to say. I couldn't care less. To me, the only good Star Wars at the moment is the Star Wars AI videos. I know people don't like the Star Wars AI videos, but to me, this is stupid. Like, why don't you like it? Like, it's bringing the comics to life. I saw a video recently, and it said, like, about, it's stupid that people are liking the Star Wars AI videos. Like, how? It's literally bringing the comics to life. You know what I mean? Why do I want to read a comic? Why? When I can literally see it being brought to life. And I'm sick of people complaining about AI. I'm sick of it. It's the future. Get over it, man. Get over it. Cry in a cave. You know what I mean? People, because they're just like a caveman. So cry in your cave. It's the future. If that pisses you off, I don't care. Unsubscribe. I could care less. I couldn't care less. It's happened again. Look, the point is, I'm just sick of like Star Wars being dead, and I'm just sick of like people hating on the Star Wars AI ones, because that's the only good Star Wars there is, It really is good, because Disney are not gonna make it, and so the fans are making it. People think it's a press of the button. It's not. You know, they actually, you got real artists making this stuff, you know. They put blood, sweat, tears into those videos. And it's just, to me, it's disgusting that you have people not understanding AI, you know? And, you know, I hope in the future, however, like, education goes, whether, you know, schools are still a thing, or if people are educated at home, I hope that they teach about AI and the work that goes into it, because people are not like, they're not privileged to know how much work goes into AI. I should know. I work on it myself, and so I get very frustrated about it. I'm very frustrated. Like, you need to understand that when you're calling it slop, you're calling that person's work slop. That's human work that you're insulting. You're insulting that they've spent hours, probably days, maybe even weeks or months on this work, and you call it slop. And just because you don't understand AI, and it's unfortunate. And you know, I do try to forgive people that don't understand this, because you know, and not to get religious or anything, but in the Bible it says, you know, they know not what they do, and so if they don't understand, you know, you should forgive them, and I do. But it's really frustrating when, you know, someone calls your work slop, you know. Anyway, enough of that. You know, there's something going around about the sequels potentially being erased. You know, I'm a fan of the sequels, and you know, but I will admit they have done a lot of damage to Star Wars. They have. I'll admit that. And you know, I'll be real with you. I don't think they're going away anytime soon. I feel like Disney are doubling down, if anything, on the sequels. You know, but I could be wrong. And if they did erase it, maybe that's a good thing, because I want the best for Star Wars. And if getting rid of the sequels will be incredible for Star Wars, I'm all in. I'm all in. I really am. I want nothing but the best for Star Wars. That's all I'm going to say on that. Another thing I'll say is I do prefer live action over, you know, animation. And I know a lot of people have the opposite opinion. A lot of people prefer animation. I get it, you know. I mean, ironically, you can feel more in animation. I get it. I completely get it. And some people say, you know, movies should be in live action, and they shouldn't do shows in live action, because they kind of just, you know, stretch out the story into and put it into a series. Whereas with animation, it's, you know, a bit easier to you know, turn it into a series. So yeah, I understand why, but to me, live action just hits harder. I just enjoy it more. And you know, I do think that's why I enjoy the Star Wars AI videos as well, because it's turning something animated into live action, you know. And so I feel like, you know, like, what they're doing works for most people. I mean, you know, if they just had animated stuff on Disney Plus, and you know, had all the live action stuff as movies, I feel like that would be really good for Star Wars. But I don't think that would be really good for me. I don't think that would be really good for me. I can't lie. Um, because I really like the live action shows. I do. And I hate it. I hate having to like wait for movies to, you know, go in the cinema, and you know, then go on digital, and then go on Disney Plus. It's an agonizing process, because I rarely go to the cinema. I'll only go to the cinema if it's an extremely special occasion, you know, and it's something very important to me, and Star Wars is important to me. But you know, like, I mean, they're always bringing out Star Wars stuff. It's not like a one-off thing. Star Wars used to be like an event. It's not anymore. You know, so it's not a special occasion anymore. Maybe if it was, it'd be different. You know, and I could see it in cinema, but the circumstances I have at the minute, and that sucks. But you know, it's just one of those things. So, you know, that's why, you know, I just feel like if they do that, it will be good for Star Wars, but not necessarily good for me. And if they did do that, I don't know if I would keep the subscription for Disney Plus, because I do love the Disney films and everything. I do love that. So it would have to be something I'd have to think about. You know, I mean, the main thing I love about Disney Plus is the Star Wars stuff, you know? And yeah, like, you know, there's rarely been any live action stuff. And I used to love the animated stuff, but I'm just slightly going off it. And so I think the reason why I've, you know, kind of gone off Star Wars is because I've gone off the animated side to Star Wars, and really I'm looking for the live action Star Wars. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. That's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna try and add some stock footage to you know, this video, so you get more of a entertaining feel to it, so it's not just me talking. But yeah, hope you liked the video, and I will see you lot in the next one. Peace.